गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। सो फ्रेंड्स, आज के वीडियो में हम विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ और उनकी पोयम टिंटन एबे के बारे में सम वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स की बात करेंगे। सो आइए स्टार्ट करते हैं। विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ इज़ नोन एज द हाई प्रीस्ट ऑफ नेचर। ये हाई प्रीस्ट ऑफ नेचर माने जाते हैं वर्ड्सवर्थ। In 1798, he brought out the lyrical ballads with Samuel Taylor Coleridge, the book that inaugurated the Romantic age in English literature. So, the lyrical ballads किस ईयर आई है? 1798 में आई है। और किसके साथ? सैमुअल टेलर कोलरिज के साथ। 4 among the 23 poems of the lyrical ballads were written by Coleridge and 19 by Wordsworth. सो लिरिकल बैलेट्स में जो चार पोयम है वो कोलरिज के द्वारा और 19 वर्ड्सवर्थ के द्वारा लिखी गई है। इन 1798 वर्ड्सवर्थ रोट लूसी पोएम्स वाइल स्टेइंग इन जर्मनी। इन 1800 वर्ड्सवर्थ पब्लिश्ड द सेकेंड एडिशन ऑफ लिरिकल बैलेट्स with an extended preface. In 1805, Wordsworth completed the Prelude, which is considered his spiritual autobiography in verse, in 13 books, but it was published posthumously in 1850. In 1843, Wordsworth became the Poet Laureate of England. So, Wordsworth Poet Laureate कब बने थे? 1843 में। Wordsworth's main contribution to the lyrical ballads was Tintern Abbey lines, which was the last poem in the book. Tintern Abbey is considered a miniature of the philosophical and autobiographical epic poem he never completed, namely The Recluse. It celebrates his belief in pantheism, a doctrine that equates God with the forces and laws of universe. The full title of the poem is Lines Composed a few miles above Tintern Abbey on revisiting the banks of the Wye during a tour. The poem was composed in 1798 immediately after his second visit to Tintern Abbey along with his sister Dorothy Wordsworth. So, stanza 1 begins in the present as the speaker describes the beauty around him. Stanza 2 departs to the past as the speaker remembers how scenes of the peace sustained him the last 5 years. Stanza 3 returns to the present as the speaker contemplates his connection to nature. And stanza 4 tells the reader the speaker's joy at being back in such a wonderful peace and his happiness at the new memories being formed. Stanza 5 explains to the reader the connection the speaker feels between nature and his sister. So, the poem traces the different stages in his attitude to nature from his boyhood days when his love for nature was sensuous to his mature days when he has become an ardent lover and worshipper of nature. For him, nature is his nurse, guide, guardian and soul of his moral being. The river Wye is described as Sylvan because it flows through the woodland. Towards the end of the poem, Wordsworth addresses his sister as his dear friend. When he realizes that she is like his former self who derived sensuous pleasure from nature. The poem illustrates the principle of two consciousness, the poet being aware of the consciousness of two people, an idea Wordsworth introduced in the poem The Prelude. The concept of rites of passages has been applied in Tintern Abbey. Okay friends, thank you so much.